Welcome to Just Koryzma, episode 20. I'm your host, Brain Koryzma. Alongside me today is Jesse Anderson. How you doing, man?
What's up?
You know,
I'm good.
you're good?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm pretty good, man.
Excellent.
So Jesse is a heavy equipment operator. He's got a DJ service, and he loves doing tourism and management, special events.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into the construction. How long have you been doing heavy equipment operating?
4 years.
4 years, okay.
Yep.
And how do you like doing that? Like, what's your favorite part about it?
Favorite part about that is obviously sitting in an air conditioned cab.
Super jealous about that.
I know lots. Most of them aren't. That's why I'm really happy about the new company I work for. They take care of their equipment. All of their stuff is pristine.
Nice.
And you don't see that very much in the industry.
Right.
So I'm really pumped to work for a company that held such high standards.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, does it?
But that's not that's a bonus. But I love hard work. I love sweating. I love being out there on a shovel, man. I have no problem with that. But it's sure nice to be able to have an artistic finesse when you're running excavators and running skid steers and that kind of stuff.
For sure,
there's an artistic value to it that I think I can contribute to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite piece of equipment to operate on?
I think my most fun one is a skid steer, but I think excavators are they're easier on your body. You're not bouncing around as much.
Yeah.
So I think I'd have to say the excavators are my favorite for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can I like grading with the skid steer. So you pretty much like front blade, and then you lift up your bucket, and then back blade, and so you grade out the area, and you can. It's instant gratification as soon as you make that first swipe, and you can see it like butter. When you do it when you're working with crush or sand or something, and you go forward, come back, and you smooth it out, and it feels like butter, and it looks like art.
That's awesome. That's how I treat mowing my lawn.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Same thing, man. It's like I like that. You know what I mean? Just like any tradesman, they probably have
they have like their quirks and stuff.
Artistic, value to it.
Well, it's like when I go into like a splice box and I see all the wires all neatly organized. I'm just like, that's nice. Like,
yes.
Or like just the wires are all stapled.
Yeah, and
properly.
when you get a perfect from start to finish, every wire is perfectly in place, and all the splices are done right, and
it's just so satisfying.
A little bit of electric tape around certain spots to hold it in, or zap straps,
or whatever.
Zap straps.
Yeah, we use them sometimes. Yeah.
So
that's cool. Has there ever been part of the job that's like made you frustrated? Like,
Well, just heavy equipment operating is hard because there's a lot more operators than there are machines.
Okay.
Right? So you have to start off pipe laying, you have to start off laboring, and I tell this to all new heavy equipment operators, you're not going to be in a machine for a long time. It takes a long time, a lot of watching. I did 4 years of, I'm starting to get a lot more machine time now, but all my learning came from watching guys for 8 hours a day, working a shovel, keep on peeking at what they're doing and how they're doing it specifically, and that's how you're going to learn. And then once you get into the machine, those things will be instilled in your brain.
Yeah.
So I worked for a company out in Qualicum, Boulder Excavating, and the guys there are super good at skid steers and super good. Like they do a lot of operating of skid steers, and the guys are really good. And after 8 months of watching those guys and working rakes and working a shovel and stuff like that, I got into a skid steer, and I was doing all the tricks that they were doing.
You were just killing it. Eh?
It was just it was natural once you watch it, right? And then it wasn't perfect by any means. Of course, definitely not like professional. I had a lot of trial and error, but you could that's how he did that, and then now you start getting good at it, and you can feel yourself growing, right? So it's pretty cool.
Okay. And did you find like any of the machines kind of like hard to figure out how to operate, or like?
They're all different. I mean,
or like I guess ones that were harder to grasp than others.
Older machines.
Oh yeah.
Like Backos. So they had like, I think there's 6 levers. 6 levers. Oh my. And instead of a joystick where everything's like bucket, boom, stick, right? Or stick, boom. You have levers, and the guys used to do the levers like that. So they use finger controls on the levers, right? You have 6 levers that you need to feather in, whereas with joysticks, it's just feathering, right?
Yeah.
So because the mechanics of an excavator or backhoe or something with levers, it's like you pull a lever and the hydraulic fluid goes through the hose,
Yeah.
right? But with joysticks, it's all mechanical. So when you go that way, it opens up hydraulic
Oh, okay.
fluid. It does the same idea, I guess, but it's all within one motion.
Yep.
So you can feather it in, right?
Okay.
Whereas with joysticks, it's feathering single levers. So
Okay,
I don't know
okay.
if I explained that right, but it's way harder.
Wait.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, but other than that, operating machine is super easy.
Yeah.
Once you know which each way does, which direction does, then it's easy. The hard stuff is knowing the trade, knowing how to pipe lay, knowing how to do things that are incorporated into the trade itself.
For sure.
That's the hard stuff, learning all that, right? And safety. Safety's number one.
Of course, right?
If you're in a huge machine, like I got my leg run over by an excavator.
Oh, really?
290, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's what happens when you get complacent.
Yeah.
And when operators get complacent, it was a misunderstanding between me and the operator, and I told him to go forward, and there's a packer in front of him. So then as I shouldn't have been walking beside him, but I assumed he was going to go forward. So then as I walked past his track beside him where he's blind, right, he did a pivot turn because he had to move from the from the packer.
Yeah.
To not run it over, and the track, which is probably that big,
Yeah.
just went right onto my leg.
Oh,
I thought I was done.
Yeah,
I thought that was it. I got so lucky, man. My leg bone went in between the fractured rock, and the track and the rock just chewed up the meat around the bone. So I got some pictures that look pretty gruesome. But
I bet.
The doctor called me that night, and he's like, I just saw an excavator, and he's like, I can't believe you didn't break anything in your leg other than tissue damage and muscle damage. He's like, it is a bloody miracle. So
Damn.
So I'm super safe now, right? Like,
For sure,
and I'm
right?
very, very understanding of how something can go wrong with complacency. So
Yeah, like
that's the hardest part, man. It's just being safe around other workers, being safe around other machines, being safe around the actual foundations or construction sites that you're working on. So that in my opinion is the hardest part.
That's crazy though. Like that must have been like a really scary moment to have your leg run over.
Absolutely terrifying. Have you ever seen when like a wolverine has got his leg caught in a bear trap or something?
No.
Or any bear trap? Have you seen an animal trapped at a bear trap?
Maybe in a movie, but like
yeah, and they're just freaking out and they've got wide eyes and they just look. That's how I felt.
Okay.
When I turned around and saw my leg underneath that excavator, it was like,
yeah, no kidding.
I thought I was done for. I thought
like
I'm never walking
career.
again.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm never walking again. I'm probably gonna lose my leg because it looked more mangled than it was. And yeah, so then when the ambulance got there, it was like, give me the gas and let's go to the hospital. And I sucked that whole tank of gas back like it was no tomorrow.
No kidding, like that.
I was laughing pretty hard by the time we got to the hospital. So.
I would want to be too, man.
Yeah, it was pretty scary, man. So that's the hardest part, but it was a good lesson, and I'm in a sense glad it happened.
For sure, because now, like, at least now you're more aware about safety and like everything like that, right? And like,
yeah,
that's the last thing you want to just get hurt, right?
Yeah, because there's a lot of kids coming into the industry, and not as much as we'd like, just because most people our age are going into computer stuff and
for sure
stuff that's more computer based, I guess,
more technology based.
less trades. So, but the kids that do come in, they think it's kind of fun and games maybe, and I think safety is a huge importance. So the company I work for, Milestone, they have a safety and corporations training into their company. So
that's
they
awesome.
train you before you get into machines and make sure that you're competent. And they have levels of operators. So I was hired as a junior operator. So then all the other foremans kind of know where you're at.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like, oh, you're an operator, and the next thing you know, it's like, all right, we need you to do this, 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 and this. And then you're like a little slow, a little bit uneasy, and they're like, I thought you were an operator. It's like, well, what level of operator?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's really good that they have that.
It down.
They have broken it down and kind of made it more of a like educational based company where you can work your way up and how to get there and what you need to do it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome, man.
It's awesome.
Most companies don't do that.
No, that's actually really cool. So you did you got a degree in tourism management.
Yeah, so tourism management, specializing in events,
Yeah.
So that would be my passion.
So like, how would you like? Why did you go into that? Like, why did you choose that?
Well,
Just
my cousin's a professor at BIU. He teaches it.
okay.
And, I don't know. Like, obviously, me and him are a lot alike. Like, our personality, I'm a lot tougher than him, though. But
Right.
but he's super smart. He's way smarter than me.
Okay.
But we have the same kind of personality,
Right.
which is tourism based. Kind of like, we're both people.
Yeah.
Right? We like to please people. We like to have fun. And I was like, what can I go to school for? And now I'm all educated up, have my upgrading, have my high school. What am I going to do now, right? So
For sure.
electrician, I was actually my first
yeah.
idea.
Okay.
And then I actually saw that you needed principles of Math 11.
Fair enough.
Right? So I was
Yeah.
like, nope, not doing it because I hate math. And I just finished Math 10 and I got an A, which I've never done in math. So
I mean, that's good though.
yeah, it was grade 10 math. It's terrible. It's actually algebra. Quadratic formulas, quadrilaterals, that kind of stuff. It's like full pages of questions.
Yeah.
By the time you get to the answer, and I was like, holy crap. But it's cool because it makes your brain operate in different ways.
For sure.
I like to compare it to like managing money.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to drag this money here, pay this off at that.
Right, yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
For sure.
And then, or like just life experience. I was like, I couldn't believe I related it to life because it's like, okay, well, if I do this, then this will happen. And then if I do that, this will happen. So I need to make sure that this is moved over here, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I kind of enjoyed it in a sense. But anyways, electrician will work. Yeah, I was like, no, not doing that. So then I had all the prerequisites for this. And my cousin was like, you'll love it. You get to deal with funds. It's like a soft business course. You get your accounting, you get your marketing,
Right.
but you also get to do event certificates. And actually, like, one of our classes was an event tourism and adventure tourism, and
Okay.
our classes would just go on field trips
That's
like
cool.
learn about trees and like go to Milner Gardens or go to the beach or go to Ammonite Falls.
Oh yeah.
Like just having that, like, yeah, I don't.
So it's just
adventure
like super
tourism.
chill,
We're
like-
learning about adventure tourism, right?
Yeah.
So there was book work, but it was fun, right?
Of
A lot
course,
of
right.
PowerPoints.
Oh yeah. Okay.
A lot of PowerPoints and like public speaking and stuff. So
Oh,
I was
good.
like, this is right up my alley.
Yeah. Public
Like I can't-
speaking, a lot of people have troubles with, right? So I
Yeah.
mean, like, if you don't have troubles with it, like, that's awesome.
It's a huge benefit. Huge.
Yeah.
Like for job interviews.
Oh yeah.
And like a lot of people would rather die than public speak.
I
Like,
know, right?
That's
It's
an
like,
actual stat.
like,
Like
it's
they're
re-
more scared of public speaking than they are of death.
like, that's weird. Like, it's
I understand though. Don't like.
like, I can totally.
Are
Like,
you good
like,
at it? You're obviously good at it.
I think, like, if I was like a keynote speaker, I might be a little more nervous.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, here it's like one person, but
Yeah.
like, I have no problem talking with anybody.
Right.
So I mean, like, I think
You could pull it off.
I think
for
I could
sure.
do it too.
Yeah.
Like,
But that feeling you get, like even just doing a podcast like this, there was like butterfly.
oh,
right?
for sure.
And
Right?
it's
There's
like,
a little bit, but once you get into it,
Yeah.
it's over.
yeah, exactly. It goes away, and then it's also like anything in life. Like I was talking to some of my coworkers the other day about skydiving.
Yeah.
Which you can check out my YouTube, the video on that.
That's right. What's your YouTube?
That YouTube is just Jesse James, I think.
Jesse James. Oh,
But you can find On Point on YouTube, On Point DJ Nanaimo, or I think you can use the email to find it, On Point Nanaimo. Anyways, it's on there, On Point DJ. But this is my personal YouTube, and it was like when you go into something you're scared of, and you conquer it.
Right.
Now you feel liberated. Now you feel like you can conquer the next thing that your brain says you can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm scared of that, right? So like I try to explain that to people. It's more than just an adrenaline junkie. It's more of like a proving
It's kind of like,
elevating your state of mind
for sure.
so that you're able to deal with other things in life that might bring you fear and
Right.
might say
Yeah.
you can't do something, right? So the more things you can do to take yourself out of the comfort zone, the better you'll get.
Oh yeah.
When you have other times when
Yeah,
you're
like
taken out of it.
anytime you get anxiety or nervous, like if you
It'll be
try,
familiar.
Yeah, it'll be familiar, and you'll be like, okay, like I got through
Yeah.
this before, I can do it again. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and like I mean, not saying
It's
go,
nice.
not saying go jump out of a plane or something if you don't like heights. Or
I
anything.
am. I'm saying do it. It's probably the best feeling I've ever had aside from having my child.
Yeah, my
My wedding's third. Having my child's first, and then skydiving is second.
Okay. I have a couple buddies
Actually,
who
no. I guess
probably should do
wedding
weddings.
and skydiving are equal. They're different. They're different. I cried for my wedding,
Right.
and then I felt so
Like alive.
for it's a different high. So
For sure.
hard second place tie.
That's awesome. So
my wife will kill me if she sees that.
But I'm third.
She knows how good it was.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So then, so you got the degree, and then.
So then the kid was born. So I actually got the diploma.
Diploma.
I did
Okay.
3 years. So I got the diploma. I was going for my degree.
So is it one more year for the degree?
4-year degree, and so I got the diploma. I did 3 years, and that's when my kid was born.
Yep.
And I didn't see it
So
spending more money on it, not working.
For sure.
And it's kind of a job that is more of a lifestyle job.
Right.
So
it's kind of like selling houses, like real.
Kind of. It's kind of more like working on a cruise ship.
Yeah. So you're just kind of like you're not always at home, but like at least with your job, you can you see it every day.
Well, you can work at Tourism Nanaimo or something
True.
like that, or be an event coordinator for the convention center. I was going to do that.
Right.
And I would love to do something like that one day. But you got to work your way up, and they only pay, $18, $22, $20 an hour, right? So, and I mean, you might not get the hour. Like, I'm working 10-hour days and getting paid decent wages,
exactly, right?
So it seemed like, actually, I'm not getting paid that decent because of the industry, but it's definitely a little bit higher than tourism
for sure
diploma students make. So degree students, you can do, but it's hit or miss now. It's such a competitive industry now, right?
Yeah, it's just like trade. I mean, like depending on the trade, it's just like
It's just like anything. And I kind of wish I might have I could have probably done something if I stuck with it, but I don't know. I switched over. That's the way she goes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So this is the part of the show called the motivational moment.
Oh, we're there already?
We are.
Oh man.
So how would you describe your passion in 5 words or less?
Creating memories that last a lifetime.
Creating memories. I like it.
Yeah. That's my slogan on my company, and I apply that to myself.
For sure.
I mean, I got "remember" on my neck.
Okay.
As a tattoo.
Yeah.
Don't get neck tattoo, kids. I got this back in the day when I was mad at the world.
When you're mad.
Remember this. But you know what? It was the best. It was a good time in my life still, and that's what I represent it as now. Like I did have some deaths in the family. Right. And that's kind of like the mural I did with this tattoo.
Okay.
But I don't like to think of it that when people ask why do you have "remember" on your tattoo on your neck, it's like, well, I don't want to talk about people who have died that are close to me. That's mine.
That's more of a personal thing.
It's memories, man.
For sure.
Like I came from a tough place. I came from good places. I've had lots of struggle, lots of good things happen to me, and in the end, man, that's all that you really have is memories, right?
For sure.
So you need to create that for yourself, and live in the moment, and not live in the moment YOLO styles and just drink yourself into oblivion, but I mean, live for the moment and just kind of enjoy. Like we're here on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And I know lots of people who aren't awake yet.
I know, right?
Right? Like this is the type of stuff I like doing, man.
For
like
sure.
I woke up at like 7 a.m. this morning, like ready to go. I don't drink anymore.
Okay.
Like I used to, and I wasted so much of my life doing that. Right? Now I'm like, when I wake up, it's like I want to do healthy stuff. I want to live life. I want to create memories that last a lifetime. So that's my passion, man.
That's cool, man. I like that. And like, you definitely don't want to live through each memory through your phone, right? Like you gotta some memories you gotta be in the moment, right?
Like I just had my wedding, and my buddy Brian Sigfuson, one of my best bros, man. He likes to call himself my dad because I never had a dad. He kind of took care of me. He's old, but he's my bro, man. And same with my wife, Kylie. Like they need to put down the phones, dude. Like I like how many pictures they always have of our moments, but I'm like in the moment, like, put the phone down.
Like, do you even remember the moment?
Let's just enjoy this rather than yo, get your phone out. Let's take pictures right now. Like, like here, can you take pictures? And he's like, we're at the river. He's a city kid.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, this is beautiful. Hey, can you guys take a picture of us? I'm like, dude, quit bringing people into our world right now. Let's just enjoy this right now, bro. Like you don't get to see this every day, so. That's what I'm all about. And I don't get as much pictures as I'd like to.
No, there's definitely like some moments I wish I took pictures, but then lot of the moments I've definitely enjoyed kind of just having for myself that I'm like, Oh yeah, like when you remember it, you're like, wow, that was actually a really good moment because like I
Definitely.
wasn't just like looking through my phone camera.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty soon they'll have like retina cameras. Where
Oh,
like,
they'll
that'll
just
be
put it in
sweet.
your eye or
That'll
something.
be awesome. 'Cause
Oh
then
yeah.
you could just be like, all right, I'm gonna run through the footage of my life yesterday, and like freeze frame. There's your photo, right?
There's your photo. Exactly.
That'd be awesome. Or like satellite cameras will be so good that you can be like, oh, I want a picture of us doing that, so you can zoom in from a satellite camera.
Oh my god.
It's coming, man. It's there.
It's definitely coming.
It's there already. You know the government can see us right now. They're seeing right through this.
So you have a company called On Point DJ.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
So that's my passion job, right? So when I got out of school, I was like, man, I need something to tickle that creative edge.
For sure.
So, and I've been a wedding DJ, and I DJ'd at Concept for a while. Started the promotional team there when they first opened with Sydney and Jerry, who are great people. They treated me well, and we started an awesome team for Concept. And it was successful, and I DJ'd there for a while, and that's how I kind of did I also worked with Flandia, a couple other events, as an event production assistant.
Right.
So like Pemberton Music Festival, Riflandia, Sunfest every year.
Nice.
So, but that's how I like tickled my tourism end, right? Tourism bone and my event bone. Okay. I love events, man. That's my passion job. If I could work events, I would be, for the rest of my life, I'd be the happiest, right?
The events?
It wouldn't even be a job, right? Like it doesn't feel like a job, even the physical aspects. And so I just I started working full time as a construction worker to kind of put food on the table for the family. And I used to do weddings and clubs and stuff when I was younger. So I was like, man, let's just start a business.
For sure.
So I went like public with it and got the business license. So I'm fully licensed.
Nice.
And got the musical rights to play publicly and stuff like that. So I'm a licensed DJ, and I just wanted to be like a legitimate,
like as official as you can be. Yeah.
And I like to focus on weddings because weddings are I love going to weddings.
Weddings are fantastic.
They're so fun.
Like everyone, like it's always such a happy atmosphere,
always.
Right? Like because you're there to celebrate
always.
Like, love, right?
Yeah, like even when you have like bad blood with somebody, it's like, let's just have fun tonight.
Yeah, like let's put that aside.
Yeah,
we'll fight tomorrow.
Exactly.
But
it's like a safe zone.
For sure.
And you get to be a part of that.
Yeah,
and get paid.
Exactly.
So it's a beautiful, beautiful job, man. And I'd love to be able to do it. And I'm slowly building right now. And I didn't get any weddings this summer, which I'm pretty bummed out about. But I've done like 20, 25 weddings before my business.
Yeah.
And I was hoping I'd get at least one, but I had a lot of cancellations. And I think that a lot of people booked last year for this year.
Oh, okay.
Like I've already booked one for next year now.
Oh, awesome. So it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. I did a funeral, which was really beautiful, and I just did the sound for it.
Yeah.
And that was like a different experience,
for sure.
But it was still something that I could, show my love and support for.
Course, right?
And it wasn't like my creative side, but I was to be a part of that and meet some people who were mourning and be able to, not counsel, but give some support and
for sure.
comfort to that person was a nice gesture of,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? So. And then, so did a couple other events and whatnot. But I think right now it's just I'm having fun with the marketing. I'm having fun with the brand creation.
Okay, yeah.
And the branding of my company, which is fun for me. I love marketing.
Yeah. So, like, what about the marketing for the company that, like, speaks to you the most? Like, what do you...
Everything. Yeah. Just being able to, like, not like, try to take other companies out, but, like, see what they're doing and then try to, like...
Just improve
one-up them,
that?
Right? And then, like, hopefully they one-up me. And then it becomes like, okay, now we're all doing really, really well. Like, okay, you're doing that. I'm gonna need to do that, and then add this, and then hopefully we can challenge each other. Right.
Yeah. So you're not there to take. You're not there. It's not. You're
not there to chop people down.
No,
like I had another discussion with one of the DJs from Victoria. I'm not gonna name names or anything, but he kind of was like, if you want real DJs who mix and do everything, and don't charge an outrageous amount of money for things that is very cheap. These DJs are walking away with way too much money and stuff like that. Just hacking, and he said that he's not hacking people down, and maybe he wasn't, but I was like, what you do is good, man, but don't try to market yourself and try to tear people down.
For sure.
That's kind of a bully if you ask me.
Right.
And I think other people agreed with me on Facebook and stuff like that, but I did it with respect and class. I'm not there to have like a Facebook battle. As soon as that's a battle ensues on Facebook, I just shut it off.
Oh,
because
Like
you get keyboard warriors that just are relentless.
Yeah, and there's
they don't hear you.
They
don't. They hear only that.
Yeah.
And it's you can't win.
No, because they know
you can't even balance. You can't even have an agreement.
No, it's not even like it's at this point. It's not a discussion. It's just like they're just gonna keep piling on.
Yeah.
And like, so there's no, you can't win, right? Like there's just no.
Very
point.
stubborn people.
Oh yeah.
Very stubborn people. Can't talk to people like that, man. I'm all about if I'm wrong, I'll say it.
For sure.
Always. And like sometimes I don't see it right away.
But you give it time.
Usually I get there, right?
Right.
So, but with those people, you just can't get there. So there's no point. There's no point of having a conversation on Facebook.
No.
People love to do that. Like I've almost got into it a couple times. I don't know if you have. Like, you're so bored at home and you're just laying there watching TV and it's like, whatever. This seems fun. Let's argue.
I honestly can't say I have, but there's been a couple times I've thought about it.
Yeah, there's been a couple times where I've been like, you know what? This person's wrong. And I'm going to make sure they know it. And it usually just makes me anxious and makes me
because you're always because then you're uneasy, but you want to see what they say, and then
and then now you're like 3 hours in,
and you gotta commit, right?
And they're still like haven't made any progress. There's no balance of agree to disagree or nothing. It's just like it's terrible, man. So I don't do it anymore.
That's awesome. So then with the DJ, why did you choose DJ? I've
always been like ever since I was a kid. I can remember always wanting to like have people over and like party.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm like, all right, come over to my place. I got this, the speaker system set up outside.
Right. Okay.
Like let's
always been the music man.
Always been the music and the event guy.
Yeah.
So I like to. I wouldn't like to say I'm not by any means like an amazing DJ, and I'll honestly say that. Okay. But I'm all about finesse and all about a service that is quality. So. I try to make it so there's no silence in the room ever, and my fades are nice and smooth. Like a fading DJ is like what we like to admit it or not. It's a real thing, and I am able to beat match. I am able to scratch, and I am able to make different songs and produce on the spot. I'm not a producer behind the scenes. I don't have the time. Like Brody Lowe. Yeah. It's one of my boys. He actually DJ'd my wedding.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
So he's a producer and I respect that. But I also respect people who can offer a quality service. Because, I mean, you go to a wedding and you're not looking for a turntablist. You're not looking for DJ Premier. No. You know what I mean? You're looking for somebody who can provide just music for all different ages, all different religions, all different sexes, all that kind of stuff, right? Just, you need to be able to know how to do that quality, and also you need to be a personality, right? Like I like to say, okay, well, I can't come there and scratch for you, like my boy in the Turn Temple, you know what I mean? But I do I can go there and I'll get on the dance floor with you. We're gonna play icebreaker games. I have no problem coming up to your table, picking up a 90-year-old woman and saying, "Can I have this dance?"
For sure, right?
I have no problem being the only person on the dance floor. I have no problem, playing goofy music and just making people laugh or saying something that humiliates me just to get people to go, "Okay, this guy's cool he's relaxed and I want to have fun like he is." Yeah, for sure. Right? So that's the type of service I try to sell. I have all the music, I have every single song you pretty much think of, and I can play it on the spot. And but I'm trying to learn techniques and stuff. Me and Brody are going to do a little class so you can teach me some stuff.
That'll be good, man.
Yeah, man. But I've been DJing for like 10 years. Nice. Right? But not full time like Peter Poole, he's a real DJ. Okay. Peter Poole is a turntablist. And that's the type of turntable DJ that I respect. Okay. There's a lot of mixing DJs out there now, and that's cool. Like that's my trade too, right? But you got to bring other stuff to the table. You can't just sit behind the decks and kind of mix music. No. You got to be a person. You're selling a personality. You're selling an event. You're selling an experience, right? Absolutely, man. So that's kind of what makes me tick. I like being the life of the party and making sure that everyone else has fun. That's cool. Yeah. Awesome, man. Yeah. Just wanted to thank you for coming on the show. Yeah, no problem, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Where can the people find you? You can find me on Facebook, On Point DJ Event Services. You can find me on Instagram, On Point DJ. You can find me on YouTube, onpointnymo@gmail.com, I believe. And you can find me onpointdj.ca. And all the contact info's on there. There's a photo gallery. You can see some of my work. And yeah, it's awesome. Go see Dave at Fuel. He's the best.
You can catch me on Instagram at @justkoryzma, and same thing on Facebook. Don't forget, you book a wedding with this guy. He's good. Book any kind of event. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Check out the latest episodes. And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Peace. Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, no problem.